Welcome to this lesson on workflow. In this lesson you will learn what workflow is, the benefits of workflow, about activity workflow, how workflow relates to roles, groups and agencies, about workflow notifications, which models are used for which kind of incidents, and how to recognize different workflow states. Workflows are a series of connected steps or operations that are assigned to a person or group of people. Managing incidents requires a number of people in different roles, so workflows help coordinate these roles to bring individual tasks to resolution. Electronic workflow is a bit like traffic lights. It helps coordinate and direct users of the system with status codes and notifications, so that they can effectively perform their different roles. While electronic systems are designed to enhance and complement communication, electronic workflow is not a substitute for traditional communication in emergency management. The workflow system helps control communications during an incident, notify relevant parties, and bring activities to resolution. Workflow helps ensure that communication is in line with best practice guidelines and that a full and effective audit trail is created. As a user of the system, understanding workflow will enable you to mentally snapshot the status of activities in the system, help to guide the activities to resolution, and be kept aware of changes through notifications and updates. This lesson concentrates on activity workflow. Here is a simplified model of the workflow. At its most basic, the process involves activities being added to the system and beginning as open. They are resolved and then finally closed. Activities can be added by any user in the system, though often depend on multiple different people to progress towards resolution. Activities can optionally be set to high priority. This doesn't actually change the workflow, rather it indicates the activity's more urgent status over others currently in the system. Certain types of activities, such as requests, can be delegated and assigned. In the system, they are assigned to roles, or groups, rather than individuals. A key reason for this is that if one person is off duty or absent, another person can still perform their role. In incidents and emergencies, certain groups perform key roles. A control group, for example, consists of people with decision-making ability in an incident. Agencies are another type of group. Examples include local councils, as well as local and state response and recovery agencies, such as the State Emergency Service, fire authorities, and the like. Agency roles are typically represented by a liaison officer. Sub-agencies are used for subgroups within agencies, such as departments. In certain situations, delegating to these groups can better assist to manage an incident. When multiple groups are involved in the workflow, activities may go through several stages before they are resolved. They may be assigned, reassigned, and reopened before being resolved. For example, if a task is assigned to the wrong agency or sub-agency, it may be bounced back to the person who assigned it. Emergency managers and liaison officers need to be constantly aware of their role in an incident, as well as the current status of activities that are relevant to them. With this in mind, the system triggers automatic notifications to groups as activities are opened, resolved, closed, assigned, or changes are made to their priority. The main formats of notifications are email and SMS messages. Messages are sent to a user's email mailbox, to their phone as a text message, or both based on their personal preferences. These messages include details of the activity, what the status was changed from and to, and who made the change. There are two workflow models built into the system for activities. Single agency workflow, designed to handle Australian Interagency Incident Management System Level 1 incidents, Council workflow is an example. And multi-agency workflow. This is a workflow for emergencies that involve multiple agencies. MECC is an example based on the workflow model recommended by the Emergency Manual Victoria for Municipal Emergency Coordination Centres. In the single agency model, the workflow centres around a key agency, such as the local council. New activities may be added by call centre users, delegated to various departments or work groups, resolved and then closed. In the multi-agency model, new requests are added by various users, including call centre users and liaison officers from agencies. The control group processes and assigns the requests to the appropriate agency. The agency receives the request and updates are applied as information comes to hand. The agencies can delegate and assign to various internal departments and work groups. The key difference is that when an activity is resolved, the request returns to the control group for review and closure, or reassignment, and only the control group can close the request. Some emergencies begin as smaller incidents. As such, the model used may be changed during an incident. The default workflow, however, depends on whether the system is used predominantly for small or large incidents. Workflow states are indicated by self-explanatory visual icons. The icons are colour-coded and include the name of each state. They appear on the Dashboard, Activities tab, People and Property tab, Activity screen, as well as various reports. This concludes the tutorial on workflow. In this lesson, you have now learned what workflow is, the benefits of workflow, about activity workflow, how workflow relates to roles, groups and agencies, about workflow notifications, which models are used for which kind of incidents, and how to recognise different workflow states. Understanding workflow enables you to mentally snapshot the activities in the system, help to guide the activities to resolution, and be kept aware of changes through notifications and updates. Thank you.